Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He's coming off a 109-yard game last week. It's the Saints and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4. We've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try it again with Bowden. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The Saints have 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
No gain on the play. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down, Irv Smith and partner. It just feels like this is his year because you remember him as a second-rounder in 2019, and he had to share the starting job at tight end in his first 2 seasons. After almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, the job is truly his here in Minnesota.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 12 carries, 59 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 23 carries, 109 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jameis to throw it. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Cousins on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught, Smith, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 5 yards remain on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They go play action. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, second down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Cousins now. This is caught. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook. Flushing. Play action now. Winston out to his left. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Winston. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first...
Play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Running the jet sweep, this is Thielen with it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 41, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Cook up the gut. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 24, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming. To throw it is Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Deontay Hardy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Jameis now on first down. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Play fake. Winston. Stocker's got it, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Winston now. Over the middle, and it's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll throw again. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. throwing. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Winston now to throw on first down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On play action, Winston. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks very much.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. The pass caught, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Right back to Cook for another completion. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes. First down, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Bowden. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Cook. He's at the 50. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. From the 24, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workman-like right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workman-like.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Here's Winston. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Cousins now. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 29. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
They'll run the screen with Bowden. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his left. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown, Saints! Luke Stacker from 3 yards out.
And the Saints are able to claw one back.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers...
Off the play fake, Cousins.
This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Over the middle to Smith.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Jameis now on first down. And Jameis intercepted a third time.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one...
Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Winston.
Olave over the middle.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The first down throw for Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. They'll throw again. Winston.
He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston is caught by OBJ. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through.
And Winston lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the... as they hold on 4th down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Here's Cook again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, Cook. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Cook. Down right around the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Winston on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Handoff comes to Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.